Tom Wolfe was a literary warrior in every sense, a man who did not just write about cultural revolutions, but stood firmly against the tides of conformity, carving his own path in an era where groupthink reigned supreme. He was no ordinary writer. He was an intellectual combatant, engaging in battle with the entrenched elite of literature, art, and politics with nothing but his razor-sharp prose and an unyielding commitment to truth. In many ways, he embodied the Spartan mindset, proving that in the war of ideas, discipline, fearlessness, and independent thinking are the sharpest weapons. Wolfe's journey was not one of instant acclaim. Born in 1930, he spent years toiling as a journalist before becoming a literary phenomenon. But where others in his profession settled for dull, formulaic reporting, Wolfe reinvented the game. He was one of the pioneers of new journalism, an immersive style that placed the writer directly inside the story, capturing reality with the depth and artistry of fiction. His approach required more than just talent. It demanded relentless discipline and an unwavering belief in one's vision. Wolfe refused to follow the traditional path, just as a Spartan warrior would never accept battle on his enemy's terms. His 1968 masterpiece, The Electric Kool-Aid Acid Test, chronicled the psychedelic escapades of Ken Kesey and his merry pranksters. But Wolfe was no mere observer. While others fell under the spell of the hippie counterculture, he stood apart, dissecting their self-indulgence and ideological contradictions with surgical precision. This refusal to be swayed by fashionable movements was a hallmark of his career. Whether he was lampooning the self-righteous excesses of radical left-wing intellectuals in Radical Chic and mau-mauing the flag-catchers, or eviscerating the pretensions of the modern art world in The Painted Word, Wolfe attacked deception and hypocrisy without hesitation. Like a Spartan hoplite holding his ground against an advancing enemy, he refused to retreat from uncomfortable truths. The hallmark of the Spartan mindset is adaptability, and Wolfe displayed this in his seamless transition from journalist to novelist. Many doubted that a reporter could write fiction of the highest caliber, but Wolfe, with his unshakable confidence and work ethic, delivered The Bonfire of the Vanities in 1987, a scathing and deeply insightful critique of 1980s New York. It was an instant classic, proving that he could conquer new literary territories without abandoning his principles. He would go on to write more novels, including A Man in Full, which continued his tradition of exploring power, ambition, and moral weakness themes deeply relevant to the Spartan ethos. Wolfe's style extended beyond his writing. His crisp white suits were not just a fashion statement, but an act of defiance. In an era where serious writers dressed in drab colors and embraced self-deprecation, Wolfe presented himself as a man unafraid to stand out. Like the Spartans, who wore red cloaks to hide their wounds and project invincibility, Wolfe's attire was both armor and provocation. He knew that success was not just about substance, but also about commanding presence and perception. Perhaps most impressively, he never surrendered to the literary establishment, despite their repeated attempts to dismiss him. Wolfe understood that being respected often means being feared, and he never sought approval from the self-proclaimed intellectual elite. Even when critics sneered at his work, accusing him of sensationalism or populism, he remained steadfast. He wrote for the people, not the ivory towers, and in doing so he became an enduring force in American letters. Tom Wolfe's legacy is one of courage, independence, and discipline values that define the Spartan mindset. He did not merely participate in the literary and cultural battles of his time. He waged them with unwavering confidence and an unmatched command of language. His life serves as a reminder that true greatness is achieved not by seeking the favor of others, but by standing firm in one's convictions, honing one's craft to the highest level, and never shying away from a fight. Order the Spartan mindset today, and take the first step toward becoming the leader your world needs. Let your struggles forge you into a warrior of character and resolve. The Spartan mindset provides all this and more in an original, comprehensive, and actionable guide. Available now for just $19.99. Buy your copy from the links in the description box below and on this channel's homepage. Because your future begins with the right mindset. The Spartan Mindset.